watercolors charged up. I have my small amount of water in each one so that they are soaked. I have a little bit of muckiness on my yellow, so I'm taking my brush and cleaning it off. So notice how I'm swishing, squeezing, and then cleaning off the... Yep, and then there's a little muck here. Now, we're going to do something that's called pre-wetting the paper. So, swish my brush, and I'm painting my first rectangle with clean water. Just clean water. And you can't see it. It's like invisible ink. So you have to lift it up into the light, find the reflective light, and move that water around. We're going to call it the magic sauce. Now,
whoa,
you can kind of see where it's floating around in here.
Yep.
Notice that the dry paper holds it in. So the dry paper creates a boundary for us. Here's an important step. We have to create, we have to take care of the dribble. So I'm leaning my paper over. I've got it up off the table. I'm leaning it, and everybody see that little bit of a pool of water starting to happen? I squeeze my brush out so it's fairly dry, and I just touch that pool of water. And the brush is going to absorb the excess water out of there. So you see how I'm just leaning my paper, squeezing my brush, and touching that potential dribble. So your paper should be able to lift like this vertically, and see how there's no excess magic sauce running. So that's how we want it. Next step, once I have that down, we'll go with
red, blue.
Let's go with red today. So we're going to go with red, and I'm going to twirl my brush around that red. I'm going to really charge it up. I'm going to get a lot of color on there. And then I'm just going to touch it.
Whoa! That is amazing!
Explosion!
Yep. And notice how I'm not going back and forth. Here's a house painter goes like this, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That actually dulls the paint. So notice what I do. I'm just going to move the card around and see how I'm just moving it, and I'm guiding it slightly with the tip of my brush. So I don't really actually use my brush a lot for brushing back and forth. I use it to guide it. And then, see the pool of water starting to happen here?
Yeah.
Squeeze my brush and just touch it. And see how it's lifting that excess water out of there. And so we are controlling our paint. We're controlling the dribbles, and this is all about just learning to control. So see how I can lift this like this, and it stays, it does not dribble off of the paper.
Wow.